Immigration. Our Catholic culture in Ireland is mostly gone, and our culture is being called multicultural. Muslim immigration is being helped by government policy. What is the correct response of Catholics in this situation?
Frequently enough, the question comes up in light of the massive immigration of Muslims in Europe, but it's also happening in the United States. What should be our attitude as Christians? And the answer is quite clear. Our faith teaches us that our Lord Jesus Christ is the King of the universe. He is the King of heaven and earth, that He alone is our salvation. He alone is the way, the truth, and the life, as He Himself said. And so we have to live our Christian faith then more strongly than ever, so that these people of other faiths, especially of the Muslim faith, will see the truth that salvation comes through our Lord Jesus Christ alone. And God willing, by our good example and also by the help that we give them to understand the great gift of the Christian faith, that many will be converted. But our nations themselves, a nation like Ireland, true of Italy as well, the United States is a Christian nation. That Christian character must be maintained. They talk today about pluralism, and that societies become pluralistic, and the church herself should adapt to this, that there are Muslims and Buddhists and so forth. And we respect, of course, each individual for what he believes, but that doesn't mean that we deny our identity as a Christian nation. And therefore, we need to do things. For instance, the discussion in Germany about the crucifixes in public places. Thank God that even some of the people, they're not Catholics, we trust they're Christians, are insisting, no, it's important that in our public buildings there be the crucifix as a sign of the Christian character of our nation. And and if we don't do that, then we risk losing our identity. In fact, we will lose our identity. And there's a particular feature regarding Islam, and that is that Islam as a religion is a form of government. In other words, the Islamic religion intends to also govern civilly the nation. And so we need to understand that Muslims, in accord with their own faith, as they grow in numbers in any nation, will then take over the governance of the nation, and then the Islamic religion will be enforced on everyone. And whereas our Christian faith gives character to our political leaders, but the church itself doesn't govern, but it seeks in every way to form good politicians, good leaders, so that the nation is led in a Christian way. This is a completely different approach, and in that respect too, it's very important to insist on Christian symbols in the nation, but even more than that, to insist on the moral law, which is taught us in the Ten Commandments, which actually is taught to every man, because God makes every man with His law written upon their hearts, what we call the natural law. So this question of immigration is critical. It needs to be discussed openly. Now people are so afraid that they're going to be considered to be racist, or in some way to be engaged in prejudice, but it's not a question of racism or prejudice to want to insist on the respect and the fostering of the Christian truths, which are at the foundation of the nation's origins, and also are at the foundation of the common good which the nation should be serving.